Bored Ape Yacht Club, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Bored Ape Yacht Club. I'm your host, Philip Kalinko. Next to me is Morland Mount, and this is the NFT show. Freestyle Friday.
An Ape token. Lots of Ape token. Yeah. Happy Friday.
Yeah. Happy Friday to you too. Yes, another long week, hey?
Yep. Yeah, but a lot happening too. A lot going on in the NFT world.
And then we see this Ape token at 2x what Philip sold it at. That's the barometer.
What do you have it on here? Is this the daily or sorry, the hourly?
When you trading like I trade, you have it on 1 minute candles.
Oh, okay.
Because look, there is definitely a case to be made if you know what you're doing, which I do not. There is a case to be made in buying the dips and selling just sitting here and just buying and selling if you've got the right tools.
Trading the Ape token.
Yeah, because the bottom line is that the fluctuations from minute to minute or hour to hour are 20%. So honestly, if you've got the right tools to buy quickly, like I know how to do it with NFTs, I don't know how to do it with token, but there is definitely opportunity here. There's no question whatsoever.
Yeah,
so let's talk about it.
Yeah.
For everyone who doesn't know, you've got the Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem, and this is where it all started. It all started with Bored Apes. They were minted 11 months ago at 0.08 Ethereum. They struggled to sell out, okay? And they are now sitting at a 93 Ethereum floor. If you did buy one quite early on, you got airdropped a Bored Ape Kennel Club, which was given to you free of charge. You didn't have to pay for it. And that is now sitting at a 7.8 Ethereum floor. On top of that, if you were a Bored Ape holder, you were able to mint a mutant ape. And that mutant ape didn't cost you very much at all. And now it is sitting at 19 Ethereum. So if you just add together just the NFT value for a 0.08 Ethereum investment 11 months ago, you've got 93 plus 20, let's just call it to make it easier for me, 113 plus 7 to equal out that other one. You've turned 0.08 ETH into 120 ETH. Now, if that wasn't enough, if you had bought your ape and you still held it today and were holding a kennel and were holding a mutant at the time of the drop yesterday, the airdrop yesterday, at yesterday's price of $7, you would have gotten $75,000 airdrop to you, or claimed. You could have claimed $75,000 in Apecoiin at $7. And if you had held on to that for 24 hours, that would be $140,000 for owning one mutant, one Bored Ape, and one kennel. Okay, there's people that do not make that in 5 years as a salary, that you just got on top of your 120 ETH holding that cost you next to nothing. Morland, I swear to God, I don't know that there is a better investment in the history of the world than being able to take $300 and turn it into literally $1 million pretty much.
Unless you got into Bitcoin super early.
I'm telling you, even so. This is just incredible.
Yeah.
This is just incredible.
And the fact that what it's being used for, like people can joke and say it's just a meme token, but this is $1 billion, $5 billion business. This coin is used for everything within that entire ecosystem. There's a solid use case here that, say Dogecoin or even worse, Shiba Inu coin doesn't have, right? So honestly, it's sort of not financial advice or anything, but it's kind of an attractive investment. I don't know. I might mess around and buy some when
look,
it's available.
I think there's a couple things that are very, very important to understand. Coins like this, tokens, do not follow logic. That's number one. I think that's very important to understand because, as you said, Dogecoin, with the amount of coins in circulation and the price, is valued at $15 billion currently, which makes absolutely no sense. So I was taking quite a sensical approach to this. And we do know that Bored Ape recently raised money at a $5 billion valuation. So there were very reputable investors, and three separate investors valued the Bored Ape ecosystem at $5 billion. Now, with the token, you've got 1 billion tokens that will be in circulation. Currently, you've got 120 million in circulation. But at the end of this, and we'll go through everything, you're going to have 1 billion tokens. If you take it at a price of $5, that's a 5 billion valuation, which is where I was sort of expecting it to be. So when I could get out at 7 billion valuation or 7.2 billion valuation, I thought that that was a good price for something that recently has been valued at 5 billion, forgetting that there's no logic to this. Now, the other thing that's important to realize about buying in now, Moreland, is that there's only currently 130 million Ape tokens in circulation.
Yeah.
To buy in, I would rather have 1 billion in circulation. So there's more supply, and that will drive the price down because the way that they've launched this token, so you can see here 150 million tokens are going to Bored Ape Yacht Club and Mutant Ape Yacht Club holders. That's all that we're seeing at the moment. Is there's still 20 million tokens yet to be claimed, and 130 million have been claimed. That's all that's out there at the moment. But then on top of that, there's going to be 500 million, 470 million gone to the DAO Treasury and resources. So that's not going to be sold. And they have a locking clause of 1 year. So that's not going to be sold, even though it's going to be released. But then you've got some going to charity, and then you've got 24% in total going to the Bored Ape Yacht Club founders and to Yuga Labs. Now, they're saying that for this 16%, there's that initial lockup of 12 months. And for the 8% also, there's an initial lockup of 12 months. And I just want to see here, token up front. So here, some of it is also quite locked up. And this is, they're going to unlock 7 million a month. Okay, so you're not going to turn on and see, you might see them out there, but they're not going to be traded. These are pretty locked up for a while. All right. So look, I mean, it's gone down. Now you start to worry if you're holding Ape, which neither of us are, because I, like an idiot, sold out at 7, but it's now going down. My whatever 12 ETH for my mutant is now 11 ETH for my mutant, right?
I'd be holding to see where it goes in the long run, anyways. I wouldn't be trying to. Personally, wouldn't be trying to flip it. I just believe in the Bored Ape ecosystem, Yuga Labs, and I mean, personally, I'm not right now not able to get in on any of the other NFTs, so this is my opportunity to get in on a little piece of that pie, and I think it's worthwhile. Whether it's at this, like, I don't know what the right price is. It literally launched yesterday. This could be.
I would let the dust settle.
You
could lose out, but you could also settle down. There's a lot of hype at the moment. There's already been interesting news. There's already been one in real life company that said that you can purchase property from their company. I think the company's called 11 in America. You can purchase property using Apecoiin. So that's going to be incredibly interesting. Because imagine tomorrow if Elon Musk from Tesla says you can use Apecoiin, and then every other company starts saying you can use Apecoiin. This could go to the moon from that perspective. That's number one, right? Number two is, if you doubted whether these guys can deliver, you just have to look at the first 5 minutes of the show. If you invested 0.08 Ethereum with these guys 11 months ago, you have got $1 million today. Okay, so I agree with you. I think I don't know why the hell I sold. I do. I panicked. I bloody panicked. I saw it going down. I was expecting 5. So that's the distribution, which is quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, so they're saying here, I do recommend everyone go to apecoin.com who's interested in this and read this properly. But there will be 117 million tokens released of this 470 million. So we're still waiting to see 300 million that are tradable on the market. So there is still going to be supply coming. Typically, we do see these things hype and then up and down, and then settle somewhere. Where that somewhere is, no one can tell you. It could go to 40 tomorrow and then down to 30 and 40, 30 and settle at 35. Who knows? Nobody knows, right? But this is exciting. I'm telling you.
It was interesting. It was interesting to see what happened with the actual apes. Like they pumped to like what over 100 ETH.
106.
106. They pumped. Mutants pumped to over 20, close to 25, I think, right?
Yeah.
And even the Kennel Club pumped, and then right after everyone got their coin, it dumped. It was funny. It's crazy to see, but like you could have been trading apes or trading Kennel Clubs for the last little bit
for
too,
sure,
and making money.
But I mean, look here how it's recovered. So you're 100% right. It went all the way up to 106 Ethereum as a floor price straight after the launch of the token. Like pretty much within an hour, dipped to 65 Ethereum, which is what it was about a week ago. Anyway, before the Yuga Labs, Lava Labs thing came out, and which we'll talk about, they were about 65. That's where they had gone down to. Went all the way down to 65-ish again, maybe 70. I don't remember exactly. And now sitting beautifully back at 93, which is very healthy recovery so quickly. And as you said, I saw these guys low as 15 ETH. Would have been a great opportunity to snipe. And now they're back at 19. And Bored Ape Kennel, I saw them at 6. They could have gone lower, but the last I saw them was 6. And they're now sitting back at 7.8. They were at about 9.5. So I think all of this is incredibly bullish for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And just for anyone who's struggling to understand, so I'll start with Mutant because I know that because I had one. If you owned a Mutant, you got 2,042 tokens. At today's value is roughly about 11 or 12 Ethereum. If you own, and that's if I just own a Mutant, which is what I do. I don't have a dog. If you own just a Bored Ape, you got 10,094 tokens, which is worth about 5 times that. So about 70, about $70,000, $80,000, which is quite incredible at today's value.
Nice little
at today. At today's value, not at yesterday's value. At yesterday's value, you only got $35,000. If you also had a Bored Ape Kennel Club with either your Bored Ape or your Mutant, you got about an additional 900 token, which is roughly at today's value about 4 Ethereum, at yesterday's value about 2 Ethereum as an extra bonus. That's obviously assuming you sold at these volumes. Otherwise, it's not completely meaningless, but until you get out, you haven't realized what it was. So that's just to give you an idea. But then, like I was saying, if you owned a Bored Ape, a Mutant Ape, and a kennel or 2 kennels, that's where you got your over $100,000, which is really, really very, very interesting, and quite an incredible way to come onto the token stage. I personally think that this token is going to have a lot of longevity. And I think that is going to be in the top 20, top 30 tokens long term, because these guys, the one thing that I keep thinking about is that there's 6,500 owners here, give or take. There's 12,000 unique owners here. That's 18.5. And there's 5,000 here. That's 24,000 people. That's not including Meebits, which they've bought, and CryptoPunks. Let's just talk about those. Those people own businesses. Those people are in the economy, right? So let's just say I'm a Bored Ape holder and I have a car dealership. I'd approach Bored Ape. I'm happy. I love my Bored Ape. I wear my Bored Ape shirt every day to work. I want to accept Bored Ape. You've got 24,000 businessmen, because maybe 20,000 businessmen and 4,000 criminals that 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 love this brand, that have just been gifted and are going to want to, use this coin in their business, in their everyday life, are going to tell people about it. That there's no way that this isn't going to have utility from that perspective. On top of that, they're saying it's going to allow you to buy exclusive merch. It's going to be their basic to get anything going forward. They're going to be doing a shop in the metaverse with their land play, where everything's in Apecoin. You'll be able to buy Bored Apes in Apecoin on their marketplace. So on top of all that normal utility that we see in NFT projects for tokens, I do believe that this is going to be adopted and have as much real life utility as Bitcoin does once they get going. And Bitcoin doesn't have that much. They could overtake Bitcoin from an in real life utility perspective. So yes, I'm very bullish, and I have no idea why I sold.
Apecoin becomes the new CBDC, the new CBDC.
You know what the play is here, unless you got $100 million and this is just chump change. You know what the play here should have been for me, because I didn't know it was going to go to 14, and I'm okay with my decision. It could have gone to 3, but the play should have been hedging my bets. I should have cashed it because I wanted to cash out. I should have cashed out half, and I should have held half. That would have been the conservative and the correct play, and this is what I will do next time a company like Bored Ape gives me $14,000.
Yeah, I don't know how often that's going to happen.
Well, I think we saw it with NFT worlds, not to this degree, but I got about 2 Ethereum over the 2 airdrops, so it does happen.
Yeah, for sure. I think you mentioned it. We didn't really talk about it a whole lot yet, but the fact that they're having their own land, their own metaverse. And that's going to be a definite competitor in the metaverse landscape, like moving forward as they develop it. Animoca Brands is working with them, and Apecoin is going to be a very vital part of that entire ecosystem. So think of like Sand token with Sandbox, or Mana token with Decentraland, and that's literally just their metaverse play for the utility, right?
They've also got gaming plays coming up as well, which is tied into that. But that's also, I mean, they've got everything. They've got everything.
And they have the community behind it too, right? In crypto, whether it's NFTs or cryptocurrencies, community is huge. Like that's what pushes things forward. That's basically what's keeping Cardano alive right now, is its community, right? Like they're delivering on a lot of things for sure, but they get fudded into infinity. But the fact that there's such a strong Bored Ape community, and then the FOMO of people like me that want to get in on it and can't afford an ape or can't even afford a dog at these prices, like, hey, maybe I put a little, like $1,000 into Ape token or something, and I can be part of the ecosystem and just see where that goes, right? So
that's really one of the most bullish sides of it. It releases the barrier to entry into this ecosystem, but the challenge for Bored Ape going forward is how they're going to separate Morland, who's put $1,000 into Apecoin and is now a part of that ecosystem, versus Mr. X, who owns a Bored Ape and has held it all the way through. Does he get preference over the user who just buys in? And does he get preference over the mutant? And does the mutant get preference? So they've got to.
Well, I guess it would make sense on how much token you hold, right? That's how the governance would work. However, like if the guy that holds the ape sold all their token, right? Like when it comes to the governance feature of that, they have really no say at the end.
For sure, on the DAO side and the governance. But I'm saying, as far as, let's say they want to do another airdrop of some land. Let's just say, or or now they're doing the land sale, which they've hinted is going to be around 1 ETH, and they want to give discounts to ape holders, mutant holders, dog holders, and token holders. They'll figure it out the same way they figured out who's going to get what. But they've got to be careful because they do have to make a lot more people happy than they did before.
That's
right.
True.
I mean, at the moment we've got 25,000 holders. It's not a huge amount, actually. It's going to be, that should continue going up as people, slowly start selling a bit of it at least.
Well, and it's not even available on exchanges as of yet, I don't think. Well, for me, could I trade on? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Coinbase or something?
They released, I think it was FTX first.
Okay.
But all of it was yesterday. They were the first coin that got on the exchanges this quickly in history. Like from launch, it was like 8 hours and FTX announced. I mean, we can jump onto their Twitter. They announced it each time. Another exchange opened up. The other exchange announced it. We're proud to have Bored Ape, excuse whatever's going on there.
What is that?
I've got no idea. It just came up. Someone I'm following posted it. What is
3D Mutant. 3D Mutant.
Oh, shame. He's saying that they're stealing from people. Be careful. Shame. He lost his fat ape. I mean, you can call an ape fat, right? You can't call a person fat. Yeah.
I think that's okay.
So it's like saying, hi, fat wife, not to my wife, I'm saying to someone's wife, hi to your fat wife or something. You can't do that. But so it's definitely been launched on exchanges 100%. Which ones exactly, I do not know. But if you have a look here, and there's so much going on here, token is now open. This is from, Mocha Brands. Definitely 100% on a couple of exchanges already. 100%.
Go to the Apecoiin account, it might say. So that was
Apecoiin Twitter. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They're retweeting it.
But I'm 100% sure. I just don't know which ones. Apecoiin Chinese.
No, just go back. They were retweeting the Bored Ape account was retweeting it.
Well, this Apecoiin Chinese has got a lot of followers. I'm sure it's probably the official Chinese version. Let me just type Apecoiin here if I see one without. I agree with you. Let's go back to where we were. Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Yeah, right there. That's Apecoiin.
Okay. Come over here. Buy on MoonPay.
Well, there's all the swaps. That was Sushi Swap. Wait, scroll up.
Coinbase.
I think I saw crypto.com as well. Scroll up a little bit.
Crypto.com. Yeah. Okay, so they are rolling out to all the main ones. I just want to remind anyone watching us, this is still a Freestyle Friday. So once we finished looking at this incredible news, which has really led to huge increases in the floors of most projects and is really good for the whole ecosystem, we're going to go and look at all the comments and chat and see what everyone's asking. So please don't be shy. Just other news, and then I think we'll move into Freestyle Friday, Moreland, unless you obviously want to say anything. But
no.
Obviously, we know, and we want to tell the viewers in case they don't know, that Yuga Labs has bought CryptoPunks, which was the OG of the space. We spoke numerous times about CryptoPunks versus Bored Ape, and they were trading as the top floor price versus the second. CryptoPunks really struggled because they didn't give commercial rights to their holders, so you couldn't reuse your ape, and a lot of people were very upset about that, ended up selling out. I did say to you, Moreland, about 2 months ago, that if I was CryptoPunks, I'd give everyone rights immediately. Well, guess what? Yuga Labs, do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yuga Labs, and it's not like I'm a genius. I mean, it was just obvious. Yuga Labs bought CryptoPunks, they bought Meebits, and they ended up doing exactly that. Their very first tweet was, you now have complete commercial rights, and that has really led to a massive surge in their daily volume of both Meebits and punks. And my only concern, my very real concern, I don't know what laws are like in the States or whatever, but we have very, very strong anti-competition laws here, being that if two of the biggest players in any particular industry want to buy each other out or merge or whatever, they if they control more than 80% of the market share or whatever, or 50, I don't know what the numbers are, they won't be allowed. The Competition Commission will not allow them to trade together. So I do think that there's a slight risk on that side, but I mean, I'm not on the level
we're talking
of Lava Labs and
we're talking JPEGs here. I don't know if it extrapolates.
Well, you're talking
far.
about a company that's currently valued at $14 billion.
Yeah, I understand.
That's going to get the attention and people of a lot of people. And I don't know, where they're established. And listen, they've got very clever people and lawyers. I'm just saying, as a very small little speck
just
in the ocean.
It's
something that I hope doesn't cause any problems. But yeah, very, very interesting, unbelievable. And I'm happy I sold because I didn't know what it was going to be. And I'm going to keep repeating that in the mirror until I cry myself to sleep in the fetal position.
Keep telling yourself that, Philip. Yeah, keep